Hi, I'm Samaira Iqbal and I'm here chatting with
Big Zoo
for Children's Mental Health Week on the theme of connection.
Connection. Sorry.
Okay, so Big Zoo, who are the people that you click with the most? Like family, friends, people you work with?
I would say I connect a lot with my friends.
Yes.
I live with 3 of my friends. I live with Tubbsy and Hyder, the 2 guys I make Big Zoo's Big Eats with. So living with them is very interesting. But I definitely collect a lot with my friends because I don't have a lot of family here. So my friends are like a big support for me.
Yes, and Tubbsy and Hyder, you said about Big Zoo's Big Eats. How did that even come about? Like, you know, when you started the TV show, what made you think, I want to bring Tubbsy and Hyder with me?
You know what? I didn't have a choice. They wanted me to have, when we filmed the pilot for the show, when we got commissioned for the pilot, they wanted me to make the show with 2 other like influencers or people that I was close with that were like in social media. The people that we messaged and hit up, they were all busy. So I was like, yo, listen, I got 2 friends that I went secondary school with. They have no social media followers. They've never done anything like this, but they're funny. The channel had no choice. They said, you know what? Bring them.
Best Friend of the Year award must go to you then.
Nah. Do you know what it is? I'm really close with my friends. Like we all like. I look at us like we're like the Avengers. We all have the thing that we're good at, and when we come together, we're much more powerful. So like, I would say that we all get the Best Friend of the Year award.
Words and music are obviously like very important to you, and how do they make you connect?
Music definitely gives me that feeling every time I listen to it. Like I'm in a different type of mood or different type of energy depending on what the music I'm listening to. So if I want to like reflect on stuff, I might listen to some R&B. If I want to get hyped up, I might listen to some rap. So I feel like I can't live my life without music. You know what I mean?
So obviously it is very important to have good relationships, but is there any times that you feel like disconnected or lonely?
I would say there's definitely times I feel like sometimes you feel like the stuff you're going through, no one understands. And then when you try to communicate with it with people who aren't going through what you're going through, you feel like they can't connect with what you're going through. That's why it's good to have like different people that you talk to as well, because they give you different views on different things, like different understandings. And because if you're just with the same people having the same mindset, then sometimes you might miss out on certain things, you know what I'm saying?
It's natural to lose touch with people, but are you ever tempted to like try and reconnect with someone, or is it okay to just let go?
Even if someone done me super dirty, someone done me wrong, I'll always try to find that point where I'm like, let's leave it on a good term. I feel like if you always leave something in good terms, then it means that you can move forward properly. Yeah. And it's taken me a long time in my life to realise that sometimes like negative things that happen in your life, you have to deal with them like head first, and you have to face them and get to a point where sometimes you have to be the bigger person.
Yes.
But you can't always do that, because sometimes that lets people walk all over you. And finding that balance is really tough. It's like trial and error. I feel like you have to go through things to know what's right, what's wrong, but you're always learning, no matter how old you are.
Yeah. Everything, life teaches you a lesson.
That was the proper auntie hand. That was the auntie.
That was the other, my inner auntie came out.
Inner auntie came out there still.
Is there something special about like a big live event that makes you feel particularly connected to people that you don't know?
Oh, 1,000,000%. Yeah. When you're in a room, I used to think comedy was dead. I used to think British comedy, I used to think this ain't funny. I'd be like, this is not funny. Like, I used to think the laughs in the background were fake. But then when you actually go to a comedy show, which is what Big Eats made me do, Big Zoo's Big Eats first season was about like comedians and meeting them on tour and cooking for them. So we went to all these different people, watched them live, like people like Phil Wine, people like Josh Widdicombe. It made me realise how incredible comedy is when you're in the room.
Obviously, you love cooking, but what's the special bit? The cooking or like the sharing with the friends and the family?
It's definitely a bit of both. Like, I do love like the beauty in creating stuff, but I definitely love the feeling that you get when you give it to someone. 100%. Like when you cook something that takes time and energy, and you give it to someone and they appreciate it. They eat that. Something that takes you 2-3 hours to cook, someone will eat in like 4 or 5 minutes. So it's like I did all of that for you to just, hey, here's a plate. It's just like, yeah, it feels good when you do all that hard work and someone enjoys it, you know what I mean?
And obviously, your mum is from Sierra Leone and your dad's from Lebanon. Like, what's your favourite dish to make?
From my mum's side, I would definitely say probably jollof rice. And then I would say my dad's side, Lebanese people, they're very good at their like hummus with the bread and
Yes.
them kind of things, and like falafel. I like making a falafel from scratch with a food processor. I definitely knew I was doing okay in life when I got a food processor. And you know the food processor with the little thing at the top, the little chimney to put the chickpea in? Yeah, that's when I was like, I'm doing well in life.
Talking about culture, do you like feeling part of different cultures, and does that help you be more creative?
I watch a lot of videos online about like people traveling the world and eating food, and I'm like, yo, I never knew that's what the Uzbeks are on, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, I'm trying to tap into that culture and cook that kind of food and have more representation of different foods that you don't see on television. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And do you know what? I think that representation is a big thing for you, but like also me as well. And people watching you just think like, wow, so if Big Zoo can do it, I could do it. And I watched your speech when you got like 2 BAFTAs, and you were like, there's people watching at home. If these waste men could do it, then I could do it.
Yeah, you know, those jokes. I remember BAFTA tweeted us saying, "You lot ain't waste men. You lot just won 2 BAFTAs." I was like, yeah, that's sick. Like, but when I said that, I meant it. Like, I feel like if people can see different people do different things, it just gives them that inspiration to do it themselves. And if they can see the lads doing stuff like that through cooking, when we started, like you doing stuff in like food tech, just cooking in school, having fun, and it led to us having a show that's gone on and done crazy things. It's like, now if you're a young G in the hood or you're just a normal person, you might just be watching us thinking, you know what, I could do it if he's doing it. Maybe, you know what, Big Zoo, he's a waste man. Man.
You know
Not that I think I'm a waste man, I think I'm a G. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, but now it's time to get competitive. Are you up for this?
Listen, you was talking some smoke off camera, saying about there's a forfeit or something. So I'm ready to connect the 4.
You're ready to lose.
Okay, we'll see what's going on. Go on, let's do it. Let's rise it.
Come on, look, yellow is gold as well.
You've already lost.
What do you mean?
You've already lost. Mentally, I'm there.
Playing mind games.
I'm in your mind.
Already. No way am I losing this.
I'm in your mind.
You wish.
You're in my mind a little bit, but it's fine. Go on.
Alright, calm.
Do you know what?
Yeah, go on.
Nah, you ain't won.
Use your eye.
How have you won?
Fam, please. Joe, I'm even gonna sit back.
Oh, you blatantly won.
Yeah, and I'll look into the camera and say Samira's won.
Oh my days, she's won, man.
Yeah? Go
Oh,
on.
you won. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I can't accept that set defeat.
Accept defeat, yeah? 4 in a row. Now look into the camera and say Samira's won.
Zoo lost.